What's going on, everyone? I'm going to do just a market recap today. Some of the trades we did, it was kind of a choppy day. I know some of you were kind of frustrated with the back and forth. Silver, the crazy, weird outside silver move kind of had my number today, in addition to bonds coming down, so I gave some back, but the narrative was the retail sales number, and then we got Trump tweets, and then Powell reiterating that, he's got the markets back. So it's going to be a lot of this chop. The key is just how you kind of manage your pairs trades and how you work in your size, really. So let's just start with kind of what we did in S&Ps. I still really want to focus on this 3,000 level, which we closed, and we took a run right at it into the late in the day. So it's probably going to be an interesting Asia session and London session for sure. Now, I've been saying on a weekly close, okay, and let me show you over here. On the weekly close is what matters, because one day doesn't make a trend, and you can have a lot of inside week movement, intra-week movement. It's just the closing numbers that really are much more meaningful. So on the daily, you can see we're still holding the 8, and the direction's still ascending. On top of 3,000 just being a huge number on the way up, it's going to be should be support on the way down. Now, we've been pretty skeptical of these new highs. I mean, we're 10 years off a low. Recession is probably much higher probability. I'm actually going to put a link to Real Vision stuff. If you guys don't know Real Vision, they're probably one of the best financial media companies that has amazing interviews. And they were kind of born out of the financial crisis also. And so I watch a lot of their stuff, and I'm going to put a link in there. You guys can join. You can sign up for Real Vision, go back and see all their archived videos, interviews with some of the best of the business, and just get their thoughts. It's good to be open to new ideas and what's out there and the risks. At the same time, you got to be careful of scenario building based on what somebody's opinion is. But anyway, for $1, you can sign up for 3 months. So I'll put a link in on the video, and if I send an email out, I'll put my link in there. You guys should. That's kind of a no-brainer. So there's lots of things that he talks about in his recession video, and he's going to be interviewing a lot of guys in the space over the next 2 weeks, talking about all these risks. And I agree. I think that's where we're headed. I think the bond market's had that priced in correctly, and the stock market's a little bit too sanguine about the Fed and them, Powell bailing, defying gravity. So anyway, we're watching 3,000 now. Intraday, we had some good sales this week. I've been selling up around 30.20. And then we got the pullback. I bought 30.15, 3,000, 6 3/4, sold 12.5. If we make a lower low down here, like 30.02 tonight, I might buy one more. At the same time, I'm hedging that with long the VIX. Front month today expires, so it'll move to the August contract, which is up at a 15 handle. But this is a good setup to be. If you want to be long VIX futures, granted that ties up a decent amount of buying power, but that's good. And or you can start playing some VIX calls again. So whether you want to do call ratio spreads, debit spreads, just outright buy single contracts, but that's a great way to hedge the dip buying in S&Ps. And 3,000 is the first number I care about. Then we got the bands down here, right? It's right around 29.85. And if you don't hold that, my model says you've got a real high probability of falling to the 200 down here, probably around 29.30. You do have second support which is in this zone, 2970, 2965. So it's 3,000, 2990, 2985, and then 2965. That's first, second, third support. But really, in the process of not putting in a higher low here at the bands on the 4 hour, it leaves open a lot of risk to fall back to the 200. So that's what we did in S&Ps. We had some pretty good footwork on the Russell today. It's been in a range trade. So lots of short sales we've been making up here. This is the top of my risk range. Been covering short. Made some covers today on the lows. I didn't sell futures up here, but I did buy puts that I covered right in here. That was pretty good that I sold out of. And then I sold another one here. I missed another late day chance to sell again. I just got tied up doing some other stuff. So still like short the Russell on bounces. We had good covers down here, 1562 on this move lower. Okay, let's do bonds next, and then I'll do gold and silver. Bonds a late day rally, which I like to see. So yesterday went home. I had short ultras on against my 10-year long, my core 10-year long, and my core 30-year long. And ultras I sold late in the day yesterday. And then I said, you know what? I'm so bullish the bond market. Like, I really don't want to be. I'm short some 5s against my 10s and 30s. I don't feel like I need this extra short on ultras. So I took it off at 175.04. And then this morning, of course, we got crushed by a whole point. So could have made a point there. That's just the way it goes. So what we did do well is I sold near term into this bounce, back up this wall, our wall concept we use, covered into this low. And then I'm still short a piece, but I did buy more bonds on the lows. So here on the Asia Open, what I'll probably do is come out of some of my 30-year long. What we also did in 30s was I had some 54 strike calls that I was short against my long, like a covered call. And then as we sold off this morning, I covered back those 154s, took profit on those. And then now I could re-short some calls out probably to like Friday if I wanted here in the open. Or I'm just going to come out a little bit of my 30-year position. But just a lot of chop today. Gold, what we did. Gold had some pretty tight range right here. It was pretty clear base. And I think what happened was as soon as we cracked these lows from the overnight and then couldn't hold this low, you saw a lot of just extra technical selling via the machines and just individuals. So down day for gold, but which was really sucky and rare and just kind of a bullshit move was silver made new highs while gold was selling off. So you can go figure out all the reasons why you want whatever the headlines were, but clearly its positioning had mostly to do with it. So, this has been a pretty significant high at 15.5. You went through it, you ran the stops, guys chased and went long, I'm sure. But anyway, I was short just a one lot into today, and then I sold another piece against my long, and then I stopped out on that last piece that I sold today. So I'm back to short just one contract. So here I sold, and then here I stopped on this bar. So I cut half of that off, and that's what really killed my day. Was I gave back like probably $2,300 on silver, and meanwhile gold was down also, so I was down on gold on the day. It was like a double whammy. But nothing that's over my skis, it's just kind of a one-off day. I think silver will probably push the 16 level, which is pretty major. It's been making a series of long-term lower highs since the commodity peak in 2011. And gold finally made a higher high in that respect on those time frames. So I wouldn't be surprised for silver to finally kind of catch up. So not a bad thing to be maybe hedging this with some upside calls at like 16. Anyway, that was just kind of a weird, just a strange day. I think that's pretty much it, guys. Some of you still don't know. I mean, I just want to keep reiterating this. So if you haven't watched a video in a while, it makes some sense. But if you go to jenkinsrm.com, right, that's the homepage. I put the chat room link up here. It's free to hop in there. That'll bring you to this room. All right. And you can interact with me and others in there. And then for some of you, we used to do just the real-time alerts here in the private rooms, but I switched over to a better live room. So if you guys aren't aware, if you're still over here on River and you haven't hooked up the new private trading room, I don't know. I'm not sure why you haven't. Maybe it's just I haven't communicated the updates to you guys, but if you're paying $100 for real-time alerts, now it's just one membership. So you're getting analysis, you're getting our access to our live room. All right, and this is what it looks like. So every day we're in here in the mornings. So whether you can make it or not, but the real-time alerts now is much better because instead of going through River, I can send out an alert right here, and it'll push to your cell phones or your iPads or your desktop. So that's how I'm doing the real-time alerts. I can't type it up, do the trade, post the alert, handle a live room, and then come duplicate all my efforts in the River room. All right, so hopefully you guys are watching the videos and that makes sense. And then when you come into the live room, or if you need help with instructions on downloading that app, there's a video for that also, so you just need to reach out to me. It's under, where did I put it? It's under topics or tasks. Anyway. If you guys have access to this live room, which if you're paying for real-time alerts, come up to this topics section, and then this will tell you how to download. It's the Pro Trading app on the iPhone store or whatever, Android. Pro Trading app. Okay, and then that's where you do it in River. All right, and then that's the best way to get. That's a great way to get involved with us if you're new. If you click through to here, this will give you a link to our live room. Check us out for a week for free, and then it's $100 after that. All right, it'll take you right in. Just follow those 2 clicks. This is again what I just showed you. All right, and then lastly, if any of the coaching or if you want to learn the model, all the courses, I put together 3 amazing offers now. So it used to be 7 different products, much higher price points. I just combined all the courses into one really low price now. And then we have the coaching. So just trying to make it simple, 3 ways to be involved. Either you want to be a member, $100 a month, which is all the real-time alerts, everything I just talked about. All right, or if you want to, this is for people that want to learn a new edge, how we trade, how we look at cycles, how we work our size, how we have much higher consistency rates because we understand the time component. All right, huge value here, guys. These courses I used to have listed at 3,500, 2,900 separately at these prices. All right, so it's all in one. If for some reason you just wanted to do like the Intro to Forex course, you can message me. That's not a problem. All right, and then here's our coaching program. It's all the courses. I throw in these two books, which I think this is about what's coming after TV and the most recent tech trends we've had. This is all about the new tech trends, the other side of the cycle. This is about misbehavior of markets, fractal ways we look at trading and nature and science and physics and math and how we apply that in our model. And this is about the 10 group coaching sessions. And then this is my bonus. So I get you out an iPad. All right, this is where you're going to get extra bonus videos that I thought would be cool. You know, you can watch those on your iPad. You can make it another trading tool for yourself. Some of the reports I did on the business cycle. Anyway, I go into all that right there, guys. You can see some of the results from some of my guys lately. All right. Anyway, I'll see some of you in the morning. Have a great evening.